And next we have a proclamation to designate January 14th through the 20th, 2024 as Teen Cancer Awareness Week in Fairfax County. And this was requested by myself and Supervisor Kathy Smith. Our speaker today is Sharon Ferraro, Secretary of the Bite Me Cancer Foundation. If you could come on down. And again, anyone who is here with you is welcome, of course, to join you. And at this time, I am going to turn to Supervisor Smith.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Whereas the third week of January is designated as Teen Cancer Awareness Week by the U.S. Congress, and whereas in the U.S. more than 17,000 children under the age of 20 are diagnosed each year with cancer, 1 in 285 children according to the American Cancer Society, with 43 children diagnosed every day. And whereas approximately 1 in 389 children will be diagnosed with cancer before age 15, and whereas the survival rate for children and adolescents with cancer is approximately 85%, and 2 out of 3 survivors will develop at least one chronic health challenge in their future. And whereas teen patients often feel out of place in pediatric or adult cancer treatment facilities that do not provide for the unique clinical and psychological needs of adolescent cancer patients. And whereas many adolescent cancer survivors have difficulty readjusting to school and social settings, experience anxiety, and may face increased learning difficulties, and whereas public awareness of the unique struggles teenagers with cancer face is key to helping them fight this disease. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Fairfax County Board of Supervisors, on behalf of all residents of Fairfax County, does hereby proclaim January 14 to 20, 2024 as Teen Cancer Awareness Week in Fairfax County and urges all residents to increase their awareness about teenage cancer, including research, early detection, causes, and effective treatments. I so move.
I'm happy to second that, along with Supervisor Harity. Discussion on the motion, Supervisor Smith.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I really want to thank Sharon and Michael and Nikki, who's not here with us today, for all the work they've done with the Bite Me Cancer Foundation. It is really important that we get the word out there and create this awareness. So I want to thank you for your work, for your dedication. Brian, it's good to see you here. So really, thank you. It makes a difference to the community, and we're proud as a board to be able to spread the word about this important work.
Thank you, Supervisor Smith. Any other discussion? Seeing and hearing none, let me also thank you as well. Raising awareness about this is key. I remember not long ago a visit to the Ronald McDonald House and visiting with a couple of the families who weren't from Fairfax County, but were getting treatment at the Shar Center and were staying at the Ronald McDonald House. And my takeaway, which is one of the things we often forget, is we should be focused solely on helping the patient and the young person through these challenges. But what was reminded to me very clearly was the toll this can take on the entire family and all the people who are there to support what is goal number one, which is helping somebody conquer cancer and deal with the life-changing effects of that. And so we're raising awareness about teen cancer in Fairfax County this week, but also raising awareness to all the support structures that are out there, the nonprofits, the community groups that help the entire family through what can be a very traumatic experience that, as the statistics show, happens way more often, I think, than most people think. And so we all play a role in helping with this challenge. And so that's why I'm glad we're recognizing not just your organization, but recognizing Teen Cancer Awareness Week in Fairfax County and using our tools to share with the community some of these statistics. With that, I think we're ready for a vote. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? That motion carries, and welcome. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you to the Board of Supervisors for honoring Teen Cancer Awareness Week. We have some guests today. As you might know, this is Michael, my husband, and Nikki's dad, and also chairman of the board. We have Donna Corley, who's also one of our board of directors and co-chairs of our team support committee, and her husband, Steve, who also works on the committee. and Janet Goda, who's our board member as well and co-chair of our communications committee. And Brian, who's been on our board, he's been on almost every committee, and is an advocate for the foundation. And I mention him in a bit in my words. Nikki did experience herself the feeling of falling through the cracks as being a teenager in the hospitals. They don't fit into the support services of the younger pediatric patients or the adult services. When she was in the hospital for her first major surgery, she was put in the adult ward, and no one even mentioned her age to her or us. We had no services. As well as her next surgery, and also during her senior year of high school, she was getting radiation, and again, no service for her as a teenager. This is what drove her to initiate the foundation and wanted to focus specifically on teenagers who battle cancer. So we're proud back in 2015 that we took the lead to successfully achieve the annual recognition for Teen Cancer Awareness Week. We worked specifically with, at the time, delegates Rust and Plum to help us get through the General Assembly and receive the unanimous vote to every year have Teen Cancer Awareness Week, the third week of January. Being a teenager should mean enjoying increased independence, fun with friends, activities, maybe learning to drive, getting a little more away from their parents, thinking about work and college and many life changes. But in order to do that, they now have to deal with surgeries, scans, labs, and all kinds of other medical issues. So Nikki wanted to give them something they could have in the hospital to show their support. Our teen support bag has become so popular. In the first year, we did 100 bags in this local area, and it snowballed into now almost 12,000 teenagers have received our bag for free in almost 200 hospitals in every state and DC. One of the stories we share as well, and Brian was good about letting us share this, is he was 19 when diagnosed with cancer, and he was put in a younger pediatric ward and didn't want to talk to anyone, none of the kids, until a 6-year-old precocious cancer survivor was shooting a BB gun or a Nerf gun at him and forced him to talk. And once I met him years later, he asked if he could get involved, and after he learned about Nikki's story. We also serve cancer patients who are teenagers in a few other areas. We now have partnered with Dave & Buster's locally at Fairfax, and we run free events for them to come. We just had one on Saturday where they can come and mingle and meet each other, and some of them have developed long-lasting friendships now that make them feel better that they're not alone. We also serve dinners to Inova Children's Hospital on the pediatric oncology ward as well. So back in 2010, when Nikki started the foundation, we had no idea since there was no treatment for her kind of cancer. But recently she turned 31, so she's still with us. And she would be here today if she was not in Florida on a little trip with a girlfriend. She still deals with cancer. She's been taking daily oral chemo pills for almost 10 years now. There's no cure for her kind of cancer. And it continues to amaze her how many teenagers have cancer, who are bullied while having cancer, who find inspiration and support from her, our organization, and many others who become aware. She had 2 mantras when she started her own battle that are still important to her today. Anything is possible if you just believe, and attitude is everything. These are simple yet powerful messages. Thank you for your support.
Thank you very much for your comments. Appreciate all that you do. With that, I think we're ready for a photo, and if Supervisor Smith would join me and if the board would rise.